Big plans can feel exciting. They can feel hopeful and like you're making progress. They can feel like you're finally doing something about a problem or something that you want to solve in your life. And most of the time, they don't last because big plans are complicated, and complicated doesn't always work. Big plans can ask too much of a nervous system that is already feeling so overwhelmed. We're taught that if we are serious about change, then we need to go all in. We need a new system. We need a new outfit. We need to become a new person. But the truth is that the biggest changes in my life have come from steps that felt almost embarrassingly easy and small. The first place that I learned this wasn't in habits or productivity. It was with my money. When I was younger, money felt like a constant hum in the background of my life, just full of anxiety, just anxiety under everything that I did. Not dramatic panic, but just a low grade sense of being behind and not knowing where my money was going and just really hoping that nothing unexpected happened. And it wasn't because I was extravagant, I just didn't have any clarity. So I put my head in the sand and I completely ignored it, which is not the best way to handle things because things continue to happen. I could put my head in the sand and pretend like it wasn't, but bills continued to come in whether I ignored them or not. I didn't have a small plan. I didn't have a large plan. I had no plan, and I was completely overwhelmed. Budgets felt restrictive and complicated, and I had no idea where to start. Financial advice felt condescending and made me feel really dumb. And honestly, a lot of it felt like it was written for someone with a completely different life than mine. Instead of trying to fix everything in my financial life, I did something much smaller. I started writing things down. And at first it was really scary. I had avoided looking at my money because I was scared of it. I felt like my lack of abilities with my personal finances meant that I wasn't valuable. I felt broken, and taking that first step of writing things down felt incredibly vulnerable. But I did it, and I haven't stopped. It started with a simple spreadsheet, and I just started writing down my income and my bills. Not a perfect budget, simply reality. Just this came in, and this is going out. That's it. It didn't feel impressive. It didn't feel really like progress. It definitely didn't feel like I was doing everything right. But something shifted in me, and money stopped being so scary and so overwhelming, and I took a little bit more control. Here's the thing no one says out loud. Big plans rely on motivation, and small steps rely on your reality. Small steps don't ask you to believe in some future version of yourself. They work with who you are right now. That's why writing down my budget helped me, because it wasn't what I'd hoped for the future. It was what I was experiencing right then, that current reality. This is the same principle that I use in my Decide Once guide. Removing the daily negotiation so you're not constantly starting over and arguing with yourself about every decision. You can download it for free in the link in the description. When I first started creating a budget and writing down my income and expenses, there were months where nothing exciting happened. But I started noticing that I wasn't terrified when bills would come in, that I wasn't waking up in the middle of the night so scared about money. I stopped overdrawing my checking account, which had been a regular occurrence. I wasn't avoiding looking at my bank balance or handing over my debit card at the grocery store because I knew that there was money in the account to cover what I was purchasing. I wasn't surprised by expenses that came up. Nothing changed and everything changed. If money feels heavy for you, I'm sharing the spreadsheet that I've used for the past almost 20 years to help me budget. Not to fix you, but just to help. The link is in the description below. You don't need a dramatic reset or big plans. You just need the next step that is simple and easy enough that you won't quit. I've been there and I did it, and so can you.